Okay, so you ever just scroll online, right? Like just chilling, minding your own business, and then bam, you hit a post that just makes you question like everything. Is humanity okay? Are we?
Yeah.
Are we cooked? Yeah, totally been there. So today we're doing a full-on vibe check on one of those posts. Welcome to the deep dive. Your shortcut to being chronically online, but like in the best way, promise. We are diving headfirst into this Reddit story that well, it went places for sure. Our source, it's this one wild post from Stories title, "Lots of women in my hometown joined a private Facebook group. The men don't know it exists." Cryptic. And naturally, the absolute chaos that is the comment section underneath it. So, our mission for this deep dive: unpack this whole internet yarn, yeah? Explore the real world stuff, like these secret groups, and maybe figure out if humanity is just like perpetually confused, or maybe just cooked. We're here to give you the tea, the laughs, and maybe, just maybe, a tiny bit of existential dread. Bet. Okay, let's get into this first juicy bit. The OP, right? The original poster. They spill about this Facebook group. It's public, but also like super private. Basically, it's Lady Code HQ for the local women, and the whole point, super simple: share the tea on sleaze bags they've dated. That's the word used. We're talking hundreds of members here, and it's a small town, where everyone kind of knows everyone.
Mhm.
So the intel is, let's just say, potent.
Right. The small town dynamic definitely amplifies the impact.
Totally. They post fake names, apparently. They screenshot creepy Tinder messages, receipts. You love to see it. And, like, if someone's husband is out there pretending to be single on the apps,
Oh boy.
oh, honey, they absolutely let the wife know. Like, immediately. This group, according to OP, has even done, like, background checks, pulled criminal records.
Wow. Okay. That's quite a step up from just sharing dating stories.
Right. And apparently they've even solved the mystery, quote unquote, about why certain serial abusers keep slipping through the cracks. Spoiler, it's alleged nepotism.
Shocker. I mean, just imagine having a whole database of red flags right there at your fingertips.
Yeah.
That's some next level intel, no cap.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving major main character energy, but like for a whole town of women just trying to date without,
Yeah.
collecting new trauma.
Well, that main character energy you mentioned, it's actually quite critical here, I think, because what we're really seeing is the emergence of a community-led vetting system. Yeah.
And while, okay, the premise is definitely sensationalized for Reddit, we all know how that goes.
For sure.
But the underlying need for shared information,
Mm.
especially around dating safety, that's a very real and statistically driven concern for women. It's essentially a collective risk assessment. It shows how,
Yeah.
when formal systems maybe feel insufficient or just aren't accessible,
Right.
these informal digital communities kind of step in to fill that void. It's like historical social controls, but just amplified by the internet's reach.
Totally. It's wild. But okay, wait, there's more. Of course there is. As if that wasn't like enough drama already, the OP then introduces a second group.
Oh,
Yeah, even more private, invite only, like secret scroll level. Think less, red flag spotting, and more.
yeah.
Code red, we are not okay.
Okay.
This is where the story kind of pivots from like interesting intel sharing to, well, some might say downright unhinged. Depends on your vibe, I guess. So this other group, this is where the hypothetical situation comes in. Emphasis on hypothetical.
Got it. Hypothetical.
So hypothetically, if an ex broke into a member's apartment, stole grandma's bracelet, pawned it for drinking money, and left the window open so the cat got out,
Oh, no.
leading to the, quote, hypothetical kitty getting, quote, smeared across the hypothetical asphalt.
Oof. Okay. Still hypothetical.
It's still hypothetical. Well, the solution would also be hypothetical.
Yeah.
But way more dramatic. Hypothetically, this guy would then be approached at a bar by a woman described as flirty and gorgeous. She lures him back to his place. Then, while he's tipsy, other gals, quote unquote, slip in.
Right.
The next time we hear about this hypothetical man, it's a news article, headline: local man found dead with 15 kg of kitty litter down his throat.
Wow. Okay. That's specific.
Right. And everyone in town would comment on the news online, how shocking it is. Crying emojis everywhere, the classic thoughts and prayers, and they just move on. Look, I'm not saying this is giving Slay the Patriarchy vibes, but also I'm kind of not saying it.
I hear you.
The commitment level is just, wow. And for a cat, people, the ultimate justification for, well, pretty much anything, apparently. Talk about 0 to 100 real quick. And the OP even tries to backpedal a bit, saying it's all fiction and they just wanted it to sound like internet speak.
Right.
Super sus, if you ask me. But, I mean, while the internet might find this kind of darkly funny, it definitely raises some, like, pretty serious questions about online vigilantism, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
that part of the narrative, it's clearly designed for maximum shock value.
Yeah.
It absolutely pushes the boundary.
Totally.
You go from, like you said, practical info sharing to this really fantastical vigilante justice scenario, almost darkly comedic,
Yeah.
but extreme. It serves to highlight the emotional extremes that can really fuel these online narratives.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty common technique in viral content,
Yeah.
blurring that line between what's real and what's just hyperbole,
Yeah.
purely for entertainment. But it also maybe reflects a deeper frustration with a perceived lack of accountability, maybe in the real world. So that contrast, it's key to this kind of internet story. It really amplifies the stakes or the perceived stakes and gets that strong emotional reaction.
Gotcha. Okay, so naturally, the comment section for this post was exactly what you'd expect, a wild ride.
Like you imagine.
It's like a live-action Twitter debate, but on Reddit. Everyone's got takes, hot takes. So first up, you had the It's Real crowd. Lots of people confirming these groups exist, like the first group is definitely real, there's multiple in my area, stuff like that. One guy even chimed in, said his fiancé searched his name in one, and he passed the vibe check. His words, I've never been posted there. Feel sure. You could feel the relief.
I bet. The digital background check.
Exactly. Others mentioned the Are We Dating the Same Guy groups, the AWDTSG one.
Oh, yes. Those are quite well known now.
Yeah, similar idea, right. Crowdsourced vetting. It just proves these lady code HQ type groups are definitely a thing. IRL. And people shared some intense examples too, like this NYC guy who's apparently notorious for stalking. They only use his first name.
That tactic of partial anonymity is interesting.
Yeah. Or the dad who commented he loves it because it helps his daughter avoid creepy guys. And there was this one story about someone dodging a date with a man who had apparently stalked 2 other women thanks to a group.
So clearly there's a perceived utility, a safety function.
For sure. Many see it that way. But then you get the this is problematic squad.
Right, the other side of the coin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This crew was like, hold up, this is creepy, this is unsettling. Some called it Ted Bundy-style red flags, which is a comparison.
Yikes.
Others asked, imagine if men did this. Or flat out called it misandrist and borderline illegal. The comments got heated, people calling the whole idea cancer in human form, unhinged, insurmountable amounts of cringe, you name it.
Strong language.
Very. And of course you had the classic women can't keep secrets bros showing up.
Ah, that old trope.
Yep, that recurring theme of skepticism, right? Like, women can't possibly run a secret group without infighting and subterfuge. Because obviously women can't agree on anything except, I don't know, the best brunch spot. The internet truly delivered on the commentary. And then the discussion went full debate mode over safety versus, like, privacy. One male commenter felt violated, his word, because a woman he was going to date asked mutual friends about him. Just basic safety questions.
There you go.
And this just spiraled. Women arguing back, like, a woman taking basic steps for her safety isn't about you personally. It's about survival.
That survival framing is key.
Totally. And then came the bear metaphor. Have you heard this one?
The bear versus man in the woods. Yes, I've seen that circulate.
Peak internet, right. The idea that women would choose the bear over the man because the bear is less likely to gaslight them, minimize their trauma, or call their survival instincts invalid.
It's a powerful, albeit hyperbolic, illustration of perceived threat levels.
Right. It's giving everyone's valid, but also, are you, though? It's just fascinating how one Reddit post can basically trigger this massive polarized reflection of all these societal tensions.
That's precisely it. The comments really do highlight these complex and often incredibly polarized views on these kinds of groups.
Yeah.
On one hand, you absolutely see this clear articulation of a very real need for safety, especially for people who've maybe experienced harassment or even violence. The anecdotes shared, they really illustrate the practical use these groups can offer in, potentially preventing harm. And this isn't totally unique, right? You see parallels in other online spaces, consumer reviews, safety apps. It's this consistent digital pushback against perceived power imbalances or gaps in formal protection.
That makes sense.
But then on the other hand, you have these really legitimate concerns about due process, about defamation, the potential for abuse within these systems.
Yeah, mob justice vibes.
Exactly, especially with the anonymity the internet can offer. And that bear versus man debate. Okay, it's hyperbolic, it's internet culture.
Totally.
But it really underscores that profound difference in how safety is perceived, particularly between genders, in dating. It's just a snapshot, really, of this broader tension playing out online. where these informal justice systems get put under the microscope, raising really critical questions about how they work and their potential dangers.
So, okay, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the discerning deep diver listening right now?
Well, while the kitty litter murder is thankfully probably fiction,
Let's hope.
let's really hope. These are we dating the same guy groups and others like them? Very much real. People are using them to vet dates, to avoid stalkers, but also sometimes, yeah, maybe to spread rumors or engage in what some people definitely see as mob justice.
It's like, it could be great for catching a serial cheater, maybe, but maybe not so slay when someone's reputation gets torched over, like a misunderstanding or something petty. It really is the Wild West out there, and the internet is the dusty saloon. Anything goes. And here's a little mind bender for you. Even the original poster admitted they were trying to make it sound like internet speak, and that she posted an older version of the story before ChatGPT was even like a big thing.
Interesting. So the narrative itself was crafted for effect?
Totally. So is the internet just eating itself at this point? Probably. We're getting to this point where the line between real and fake online stories is just blurrier than a low-res GIF from like 2005. The fact that someone is crafting a story for the internet specifically to get that internet reaction, that says a lot about how we consume and make stuff online now.
It really does. And this whole deep dive, I think, perfectly illustrates that double-edged sword of crowdsourced info in the digital age.
Yeah.
Because, yes, these platforms can empower people. They can foster a sense of community safety, especially, like we said, where formal systems seem to be failing. But they also raise these critical questions about privacy, accountability, the very nature of online justice, the anonymity, the speed information spreads. It can create these really powerful, but often totally unchecked ways of social control. It's complex. No easy answers here.
None at all.
And it really prompts us to consider, right, in a world where the official systems sometimes fall short, how much power should these informal digital communities actually have? And where do we draw that line between protection and digital vigilantism? It's a huge question. It challenges how we even think about justice in this like decentralized, always-on world we live in now, especially when online stuff spills over into real-life consequences more and more.
Whew. Deep thoughts to end on. Okay, that is all the tea we have officially got for you on this wild deep dive into Reddit's digital drama. Whether you were here for the safety tips or, let's be real, just for the sheer chaos of it all, gotta admit it was a whole mood.
It certainly was.
Today. If you vibed with this deep dive, make sure you hit subscribe wherever you get your deep dives from. Seriously, do it. And drop a comment down below. We want to know, what's the absolute wildest internet story you've ever stumbled upon? Did we slay this topic? Or do you think the whole thing is pure cap? Let us know. We read the comments, mostly. All right, folks, remember, always check the vibe. And maybe keep your cat indoors. Just saying. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and try not to get 15 kilograms of kitty litter down your throat. Later.